What a great intro to a kid-friendly video.
The Backrooms movie was amazing. I swear, if you want a horror movie that actually takes your mind up and feels like it's being a normal horror movie instead of just referencing that all the time, this is the one for you. Everything worked for this. The fact it was made by A24 was perfect than the other big studios. It just really worked with its really good cinematography, and of the acting, I love that this didn't have big actors. Well, I mean, this will most likely be their breakout role right now. But it all worked out really hard, and I gotta say, this is the best horror movie you would ever watch in a long time. Kane Parsons, you are a godsend of a director. Last night I was watching Avengers Endgame and I was just really disappointed on a rewatch. Because about half of this movie felt like it was just gags to get the whole team back together and the Stones. And a lot of this funniness just doesn't work for these mature movies. I mean, it's not doing it in a very goofy, cartoonish way, but it's just too much of it. This movie truly focuses on actually being serious and establishing the characters in a way more generic way. I swear if someone else directed it, this would just go all wrong. I'm so glad that Kane Parsons came back to direct this because I think he made a good decision of staying true to the original found footage while actually crafting a different story. It's expanding the universe and making it feel like a larger world. And the best part about how it ended really bizarrely that made you just go, wait, what? That was one of the most craziest endings you could ever imagine for a horror movie. Because it almost feels like they're going to get it over and done with somehow, but nope, it just doesn't do that. As you keep going on, it just gets more gruesome and just weirder. It's one of those movies you can't really predict on what's going to happen in the next 5 to 10 minutes. And like every single YouTuber who reviews this movie, let's get over and done with the elephant in the room. If you missed my last video where I reviewed Mandalorian Grogu, you will know that that movie is connected to one of the biggest franchises of all time, Star Wars. And it is getting beaten out by two movies that are literally just made by cheap budgets and young directors. Those being Backrooms and Obsession. And also, I'm not going to review Obsession, I'm just going to wait till that comes on TV since June is pretty stacked, so sorry if I'm going to miss that one. But it's just really crazy that one of the biggest franchises, a new movie of it in 7 years, is actually getting beaten out by these young director movies. Is it better than Mandalorian Grogu? Yes. By a long shot. Out of all the movies that made by A24, this is the first one I've seen in theaters, and honestly, I was pretty impressed by the first one I've seen. I don't know whether this is better than Heretic or this is better, but they are the best of A24 I've seen. They make actually really good horror movies. The movie did have some flaws. I guess it did get a bit more confusing as you went on, but that's what made it feel so good. That's the magic of the Backroom. And it also this also might have just felt like the most AI feeling brain rot sort of movie you can imagine. Same with the most nightmare feeling movie. It's like one you really can't escape from. And I feel like, yeah, there were kind of a lot of scenes that felt a little bit like AI, like the way some of the weird character designs or something in it. Or how kind of a lot of sentences were said in that sounded like they were speaking gibberish. Sorry, I'm speaking gibberish. And I feel like the brain rot sloppiness of the movie kind of just worked well the way its cheap budget was kind of slipping out. I mean, cheap budgets actually do work for horror movies, kind of. And not only it did a good job at feeling like a horror movie, it almost felt like we were actually in the movie. There was really no escape from it. The most prison-feeling movie I felt. One that would make you almost feel like you wanted to be in prison. But honestly, I feel like it should have been a high age range since it was really that gruesome and weird. So I swear, even if you're like a fan of horror or like a 14-year-old trying to sneak to the movie theaters, watch this movie at your own rate, trust me. And also the jump scares are pretty extreme in this, so I swear, don't pick your nose if you're an idiot like me. So yeah, well deserving on the list. It's not as good as something like Michael or Project Hail Mary, since Michael gave me the best nostalgia of any movie I've seen, and Project Hail Mary was a bit more of a lightheaded, relaxing movie. But still, I've never seen a horror movie placed so high on the list. Last thing, like and subscribe down below if you want to see more reviews and reactions.